Welcome to another Urban Master experiment. So today's project is changing oil in the front and back differentials in my Jeep Wrangler 2012. And I'll be using this SAE 80W90 gear oil by Lucas Oil. Check your owner's manual for the right oil for your Jeep. So it seems I'll be needing about 4 quarts of this, 2 in the back and 2 in the front. Let's get under the Jeep. So all we need for this gear oil change is the oil itself, a drain pan, a 3/8 drive, possibly with a breaker bar, and a torque wrench. The spec on my Jeep is supposed to be 25 foot-pounds on both plugs. Let's get started. Alright, so this is the rear differential, and my plug is very tight. So I'm gonna start with the breaker bar. And a good practice is always to start with the filler plug. There we go. Now that I've broken it, I can undo this with this regular wrench. And yeah, a lot of people say that they overfill this at the factory. So look, the way you're supposed to fill them is that you send as much oil as it will take. Yes, there is a little incline this way, but still a lot of oil is coming out. So here's the filler plug. Seems like there is some kind of gasket material on thread, so I'm not gonna take it off too much. Now that I have my filler plug, I can actually go to the drain plug now. Alright. Alright, the goal is not to drop the drain plug in the pan. Alright, the plug is magnetic and there's certainly some metal shavings, but not that much. It is pretty normal. The Jeep has about 60,000 miles. Nice and clean. I didn't mention that, but I did take the Jeep around for about 20-minute drive before this oil change to get the oil nice and warm, but I'm still gonna let it drain for a good 20 minutes to make sure that all of the old oil is out of there. Alright, and it's kinda slowing down. I'll give it another 5. Alright, so it looks like most of the oil came out, so I'm going to reinstall the bottom drain plug, and that's the plug that has a magnet. Torque spec for this is 25 foot-pounds. 25 foot-pounds. There you go. I'm gonna use the filler hole to get the oil inside, and gonna stop when the oil just starts coming out. Alright, this bottle is completely empty. Alright, the second bottle. Alright. This one has about, I'd say, a half still. Alright. Plug it up. Interesting, it looks like only a couple of threads of the plug went in. Take this out. Yeah, it looks like only about 3 threads of this plug go in. It could be because of this gasket material. Let me remove some. I did the best I can cleaning the threads. I have about 5 threads exposed. If I have any leaks, I might need to just pull this out and clean it really well. Just gonna top it off a little bit. And again, this plug as well goes for 25 foot-pounds. All right, and that's it for the back. All right, so down with the back, now the front. And we have our filler plug right here and a drain plug right here. And of course, as always, we're gonna start with the filler plug. So this one was not over torqued, unlike the back one. Ooh, there is a lot of oil. I would say the level was at least to the top of the hole, not to the bottom of the hole. Just like in the back, this plug looks pretty good. And just like the back one, it also has some gasket on the threads. Okay, it wasn't that bad. I didn't need a breaker bar. Alright. Got it. Alright, let's see what this thing looks like. See, this one has barely any shavings at all. Yeah. Well, no. It has some, but everyone says that this is perfectly normal for a Jeep. And we'll let me clean this, and we'll do the same thing as in the back. Alright, so it stopped dripping for the most part. And I'm going to reinstall the bottom plug. The bottom, once again, is the one with the magnet. Torque it to spec, which is again 25 foot-pounds. Still have about a third of a second bottle from the back. I'm gonna do this. Alright, so we have about a third to a half of the bottle. Bottle number 2. It's kind of like milking a cow in reverse. Yeah, it's definitely full. Plug it in. Alright, that was 25 foot-pounds. Alright, and that's also it. I guess the most challenging part of this is doing all this yoga and reaching out the plugs, but it is super simple. I've seen a guy do this and it kind of looks cool to examine if there are any metal shavings, and I don't see anything. There's like this fine pieces, but nothing serious. Alright, so in total it took just under 3 bottles. I would say a bottle and a third in the back and just about as much in the front. I still have a little bit here, it's about this much. Of course I will be keeping an eye on both drain plugs, making sure there are no leaks. All I'm gonna do now is recycle this oil, and AutoZone takes it for free. And that's it for this project. And if you like this video, please share it with your friends, like and subscribe. Take it easy, guys.